You see, one of the great things about receiving letters which are addressed to Huzoor is that you get to see what the people talk about. So I can't share the private matters that they speak about, but I can give you kind of the environment in which they've written them and kind of an idea without becoming personal. And the great thing is that when they write to Huzoor about any kind of problem, so Huzoor will write back and tell them, I prayed for you, may Allah solve this problem and all that, and then the next letter would come and they say, like, miraculously this thing was solved. So people would write about all kinds of things. And very often we'll also get that I've been threatened to be sacked from my job and there's no way out and all that, but please pray because I'm in so much trouble and this and that. And then the next letter would come and say that they changed their mind. Or someone will say, there's somebody harassing me at work and it's a senior officer, so I don't know what to do. And then the next letter would come, he's been transferred. And they said there was no plan to transfer him, but somehow he was transferred. And that kind of thing. So that keeps your faith going, when you keep seeing how Huzoor's prayers are being answered. So anyway, there was this one occasion where I received a tiny little piece of paper like this. It was about this size. And there was writing on it, and it was very thick writing. Like when you write and you write over it again, so it becomes thicker. And it was written on both sides. And I had to read the whole letter to see who it was from. So it turns out that at the end, they were asking for prayers for different things, and it was two people who had written the letter. It was a brother and a sister. And anyway, they wrote that, Huzoor, after a very long time, we've found a piece of paper to write to you. Because in Africa, they don't have all the facilities that we have here. They said, but it's a very small piece of paper, and we had so many things that each one of us wanted to tell you, but there's not room, if one starts writing all the things, then the other one won't have enough room for their things. So we decided, let's choose the things which are common to both of us, and we'll just write those. So the brother wrote first, and the sister wrote over. So they wrote the same letter. And that's why the letters were thicker. So I told Huzoor this. I said, this letter is a bit special because of this. So he told me, you write them a very, very loving letter from me and tell them that I love them very much and I appreciate that they did this. So the lesson for us is we have everything. We don't like paper, we don't like pens, we don't like computers, we have everything. And yet people don't write, So what answer will we have in front of Allah on the Day of Judgment? When these people will shine forth, and we'll be held back. Allah will say, did I not give you this? Did I not give you that? So what's your excuse? And also, another lesson for us is not to waste paper. Hazrat Muslim Maud used to very carefully cut out if there was something which was which wasn't written properly, he'd cut it out very, very carefully and use the rest of the paper. And this was transferred to many older missionaries. You might see them still doing this. The older missionaries saw the hard days. So they don't like to throw paper away. Whereas our culture is, you write something, oh, it's no good, scrunch it up, throw it away, start again. And all that paper is wasted, So we have to also learn from that we shouldn't waste. Because everything that Allah gives us is a favor, is a ni'mat. So we shouldn't play around with Allah's favors either.